Just get really comfortable. Find your sit bones. Just roll back and forwards on your sit bones for a moment. And as you do that, feel the muscles in your belly and your back gently moving. Well, actually, feel the muscles moving and the sit bones move. Yeah. It's nerves and muscles and then bones that we feel in terms of the cascade of movement. Now find a place between the front and the back of the sit bones where you can feel the spine is at the longest. So if you drop your chin slightly, just wiggle your neck a little bit and feel the space like little eyes in the back of the neck almost, in the occiput here. Feel the kind of opening there as you lengthen the back of the neck. And there's a position on the sit bones that's going to give you an optimal sense of space where the skull joins the neck in what's called the occiput here. So just find that and a little wiggle into it. It's kind of a little serpentine feel of wiggling from right to left and front to back until you find that place where you get the optimal descent with gravity and a comfortable but effortless feeling of lifting up against gravity through the spine. And then gently close your eyes, or half close them if you prefer. Both are fine. Take a moment to feel the breath as it is. Feel the breath as it is, particularly looking and feeling for places where there's any edge of discomfort or distress, but discomfort is more likely. And really feeling into the breath for any places where it feels beautiful. And the breath can feel blissful. It can feel really beautiful when we bring our attention into breathing. There's times when we come into it and it feels absolutely delightful just to breathe. So being open to that possibility and seeing if that arises. And sometimes it's like a little gateway when you drop into a deeper experience of the breath where that kind of delight in the breath occurs, or you find it. So there's two places, any discomfort, any feeling of breathlessness, any feeling of panic. And on the other side, any feelings of bliss or delight. Just noticing. I'm going to move into lengthening the breath and see how slowly you can breathe. On the exhale, lengthening the exhale. As much as your body feels comfortable doing. You know, the feelings of the inhale and the exhale, they change depending on whether you've eaten recently. depending on if you've had a stressful day, depending on your past history, all sorts of things. So we're feeling in, listening in for these two qualities of discomfort somewhere, discomfort, distress, dislike even, yeah? And then the bliss, the delight. Noticing any places where these quite rapid responses occur in the system. But right now, lengthening the exhale and noticing how it is to do this. And even if it takes you into a place of a little bit discomfort, stay with it. And if it's delightful, if it's good, definitely stay with it. Just hold the breath out for a second or two. And as you breathe in, make sure the tongue's in contact with the top teeth. Make sure the jaw relaxed. Make sure you're spreading your nostrils as you inhale. And as you inhale, get that little kind of vibrational feel, that rocking on the spine as you breathe in. So it's a very serpentine quality in the spine as you inhale. So we started with that long exhale, and that little micro hold at the end of the exhale, and then coming into the inhale from there. Now the plan with the inhalation now, again, is to see how slowly you can inhale. So see if you can breathe in little sips. It's like an in sip through the nose, and a brief pause, and then another one, and another one, and another one. How many can you do like that? And that's going to really slow the inhale down. See if you can keep the exhale really long. There might be a tendency to shorten the exhale if you've seriously extended the inhale. So see if you can keep both long, the inhale and the exhale, and also over the next 5 minutes. I'm going to be quiet in a minute for about 5 minutes. So for the next 5 minutes, see if you can develop the capacity to lengthen the exhale, comfortably drop at the end of the exhale just for a couple of seconds into that micro hold. And then those in sips of breath, as many as possible. Really feeling into the circumference of the body as you breathe. So you're getting that 360-degree feeling back and the sides and the front of the body, inhaling all the way on that inhale. Keeping that inhale as comfortable as possible, and the following exhale as comfortable and long as possible. So 5 minutes from now. Beautiful. That's 5 minutes. So let go of any control of the breath now. Let go of manipulating the breath. Just drop back into awareness and notice any differences, any changes from how it was earlier. It might be nothing obvious. It might be. Notice differences in how you feel, in the quality of the breath. We're going to play with alternative nostril breathing now. So you're going to be breathing in through the first side, and I'm going to leave you to define which one that is. And, I won't say anything about it in terms of tradition. I'll just leave you to define that one. And it may be what you might naturally breathe in through the most open side. One side will be more open than the other. And I think for simplicity, you could do hands like this. You could do hands like this, closing with the fingers and thumb, or you could simply use alternate index fingers or mid fingers if you want to do. Okay. Goes the face one, but that gets complicated over a period of time. It tends to weigh the arm and the head down. We tip forward. So simplicity, just something like this, or either finger to breathe in. And we're going to be closing one side, breathing in through one side, and then straight out to the other side. So we're going to do pretty much what we did, extending the inhale, breathing in really slowly in little sips on the inhale, straight into the exhale, exhaling through the second side, micro hold at the end of the exhale, just for a second, and then inhale again through the second side and out through the first side. And again, seeing how long you can create the length of the breath in this, okay? Just for as long as you can. And again, about 5 minutes. So whenever you're ready, breathing in through that first side. As soon as you get to the fullness of the inhale, breathe out through the opposite side. When you complete the exhale, just a micro pause, and then into the inhale on that same side. And cultivate the feelings if you're not just breathing into the nose, but breathing into the brain as well. You feel the frontal cortex. And breathe out through that first side when you've completed the inhale. And jaw relaxed as usual. Keeping that length in the spine. And again, on the inhale, you might find that little kind of serpentine wiggle in the spine as we're keeping that work, the anti-gravity work through the spine, lifting up through the crown. Noticing the breath, noticing how it makes you feel. And again, just 5 minutes. It's steady, you're doing really well. Just one more minute. When you finish breathing out through that first side, let's complete the practice there and just let the body take over the breathing again. And again, just notice how it is, how you feel, and the qualities of the breath. Spend a little time just coming back into the breath to notice this. No manipulation of the breath for this time. Just feeling, sensing, noting. Now come into abdominal breath. So we're going to expand the abdomen, breathing in through the nose, spreading the nostrils as wide as you can comfortably spread them as you breathe in. Get that abdomen as big and open and beautiful as you can on the inhalation. And then exhalation, feel the passivity of the exhalation, the muscle elastic, the fascial web of the abdomen just squeezing in at the exhale. And then finish that exhale off just a little bit without squeezing all the way in. Don't go all the way into the spine. You don't need excessive contraction here, just a little bit. So inhale into the belly. And exhale, squeeze, relax, I beg your pardon, relax on the exhale, then squeeze. Nice and gently there. And you're going to be finding that inhale is going to be about a 6 count. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And if it's not that long, then it's fine, whatever works for your body. And if it's a bit longer, that's also good. But round about somewhere in that kind of domain. And again, really feeling that breath, feeling that slow, full inhale. And then the relaxation of the exhale. And then that squeeze, gentle squeeze to finish the exhale off, but not squeezing as far as you possibly can, because that's going to take the transverse abs all the way into the spine or towards that. We don't want that extra squeeze there tonight. And at the end of the inhale, we're going to add in the 1 second hold or the 2 second hold, that micro hold at the end of the inhale. So that really full feeling as that belly expands out, as the diaphragm flattens down. We're going to hold that inhale there for a moment, just a moment to feel it, and then feel the softness of the release and that little squeeze at the end. I'm just going to keep repeating this now. Keep the spine long, keep that gentle, wiggly spine feeling happening. You're paying attention to the body. Breathing slowly as you can. Full inhale, a little hold at the end of it. And softness, the passive release, followed by that little squeeze, that little tiny squeeze at the end of the exhale. And you spread those nostrils. Breathe like a wild thing. And expand that inhale to include the chest as well. So you're going to be opening up the rib spaces as well. So you're going to get that belly open. And then gradually open up the chest as much as you can into all the rib spaces. Slowly, slowly open it up. Might even take 15 seconds to do that. You can do micro pauses or little sips in it if you want to, but get that open feeling. Hold the breath for a moment or two, for a second or two at the top of the inhale, and then feel the passive relaxation of the rib cage first, and then the abdomen, the belly, and then a little micro squeeze at the end of that exhale, just to complete it. Touch into that. Half a second pause, and then into the next inhale, into the belly, all the way around the belly, front, side, back, into the rib spaces, all the way around that 360-degree rotation, slowly, slowly opening up all those rib spaces, one after the other, opening up. Back the neck long, spine long and spacious. Micro hold. And that passive release on the exhale. Feel the release, the passivity, the drop, the letting go of that. And the letting go of the belly on the exhale. And that little micro squeeze at the end. And we're going to keep doing this now for a few minutes. And if you are taking about, something like 15 or 20 seconds on the inhale to breathe in, which is possible, it may not be that long, but if it is, 10 seconds or so on the exhale. And we're on about 2 breaths a minute, 2 to 3 breaths a minute. It depends how your body responds to this at this point in time, your day, depending on what your any cycles, any menstruation cycles, that also affects the breathing, depending on what you've been going through in your life. So just come into it best you can, really feel it and enjoy it. I think to do is really enjoy it, really. Just another 5 minutes of this. Breathing into possibility. And letting go of what has been. Breathing into the new, into what's arising, into what's emerging. And letting go of what has been on the exhalation. Gently letting it go. Letting the body integrate it, learn from it, move on. Breathing into the emergence, arising. All the different variable factors of life. Finding your path, your way. Letting the breath lead you. Long, slow, supersized inhale. Micro hold. Passive release, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go on the exhale. A little bit of squeeze at the end. Again, just repeating again and again. Every inhale, breathing into possibility, into arising, into the emergence. Breathing in the good. Breathing in the good. And breathing out, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Doesn't serve your emergence, the emergence. Doesn't serve the greater good. Just letting it go. You're doing really well. Stay with this powerful, slow breath. Staying aware, staying present. You've been sitting still, so if you need to move, begin to move. Begin to let your spine move. Stay with the rhythm of the breath if you can, or as close to the current rhythm as possible. And let your spine move. Let your body move in any way that supports the feeling of opening up on the inhalation and letting go on the exhalation. And whatever you do is right. There isn't any question about that. Even the question into your mind, just move if you need to. If your body wants to, let it move. Sometimes we can get self-conscious from moving, even if nobody's watching. So let your body move if it needs to. Couple of second hold, at 1 to 2 second hold at the end of the inhale. Let a smile grace your face. And just breathe. Let your head move if it needs to. Let your neck move. Shoulders move. Let your arms move or the spine move. Whatever supports the expansion of this breath. The spaciousness of the breath. Whatever supports the letting go on the exhalation. Just a 1 to 2 second breath hold, the release of the exhale, letting go, and a little micro squeeze at the end of the exhale. Finding a place potentially of rapture. On the inside. A place of connection to everything that is. And whatever facilitates that sense of rapture. Allow that. Find it. Stay with his rhythm. Keep building a little longer. Just a minute or two more. Now come into a little flutter on the inhale, like you're kind of fluttering at the end of the inhale. And let it go straight away. Let it just drop out. And see if you can be really comfortable with that fluttering inhale, that full, it's supposed to switch on the sympathetic nervous system here, but it doesn't have to. Because the more you can come into the sense of space and peace and bliss in this, the more comfortable you can be in your own biology, in all its movements, in all its possibilities. It'll flutter at the end of the inhale, a little kind of palpitation feeling. And drop it, and let go, let go, let go. A little squeeze at the end, and again into that inhale. You can extend the breath hold at the end of the inhale a little bit if you want to. You can extend it longer. It can become 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. Again, let your body move, let your spine move if it wants to. Let it wiggle. Soft dance of the spine in gravity. And then release on the exhale. Tiny micro squeeze at the end of the exhale and into that inhale again. And you sort of flutter the muscles so you feel the ribs sort of like almost trembling open at the end of the inhale, and then hold it for a little while, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, let it go when it's right. A few more breaths. Just a few more breaths. Last breath. Last breath like this. Inhaling whenever you're ready. If you're on the exhale, the next inhale is fine. Fluttering open and then holding that inhale. Neck soft and relaxed, shoulders soft and relaxed. Just hold that inhale into the body. Hold it for as long as feels really good. Whenever you feel ready, take another little insip first. Take a bit more air in first before you release. And now let go on the exhale. So that insip first, then let go. Give the breath back to the body straight away. And notice what the body does. Notice how you feel, how the body feels. Notice how everything again. Just noticing everything. And come back into a kind of coherent breathing. So inhale straight into the exhale, somewhere between 4 and 6 seconds on the inhale. And that's 4, 5, and 6 on the inhale, and then about somewhere between 4 and 6 on the exhale. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and into the inhale. 1, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and into the exhale. So find your own cadence, but it's some kind of rhythm, a bit like that. Belly will be expanding, the chest will be relaxing now. Comfortable rhythm. When you've got the comfortable rhythm down, add in a breath hold at each end of the inhale, the end of the inhale and the end of the exhale. And see if you can make it roughly the same kind of length as the inhale and the exhale. So it's almost equal quadrilateral square shape. Doesn't matter if it's a bit different, because most importantly is you listen to the body, not that you're making the breath a particular shape. It's more important that you listen to the body. So allow it to be short if it needs to be, or longer, or whatever else it needs to be. Aiming for this rough, equal inhale, breath hold, exhale, breath hold. And come so deeply into the feelings of the breath. The mind's attention drawn in, held by the breath. Kind of like falling in love with the breath. Just another few minutes of this breathing. Let go of the breath hold at the end of the inhale now. So just going to inhale, exhale, and hold the breath at the end of the exhale for as long as feels good. The length can change. It doesn't have to be equilateral anymore. Not aiming for that now. And feeling into and finding spaciousness, ease, effortlessness in the inhale, in the exhale, and in the exhale breath hold. Just a couple more minutes of this triangular breath. Holding the breath out at the end of the exhale. As long as feels right, as long as feels good. And let go of this too now. Let go of this and just give the breath back to the body. Closing the eyes. Lie down if you want to. Give the breath back to the body. So let the body decide when to breathe in, when to breathe out, how long to breathe for. And with your mind, feel into the feet. And on the next 2 or 3 exhalations, let the feet just relax completely. Bring your mental attention to the feet. Allow the structures of the feet just to relax and let go. And then the shins, lower legs. And the knees. And the thighs. Just consciously letting it relax. And the pelvis, and all the organs of the pelvis. The belly and the lumbar spine. And as you let go, letting the body do what it does with the breath. It might sigh, might not. Breath might flutter, it might not. Lower ribs and the chest. The upper ribs, the shoulders. And the whole of the arms. Whole of the arms and the hands. Letting them drop, melt, relax. On the exhale, any feeling of letting go. and the head and the face. And the whole body from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. Soles of the feet to the top of the head. Hand to hand, front to back, inside out, outside in. Whole body letting go on the exhalation. Dropping into immediate deep rest. This non-sleep, deep rest. Becoming the emergence, allowing the emergence into what is new, to what's arising, as this being, this you. Letting go of what's happened, what has been, learning, letting go. As you let go, in the exhalation, allowing the body to control the breath, allowing the body to decide. And then let go of letting go. For a minute or two, there's absolutely nothing to do. There's nothing to do, just to be here. Just drifting, letting go. Letting go of letting go. Letting go of letting go of letting go. Bring your attention back to the breath and notice how it is. To the body. Make a choice in your mind to move your fingertips and feel that choice moment kind of wriggle itself down through the nerves, through the brain, down through the nerves and into the fingertips, and wriggle those fingertips for a moment. whether it's on the in-breath or the out-breath. And feel this mind-body continuum as one beautiful livingness. Soft, clear. In your own time, gently moving the body. Curl up on your side to a comfortable kind of fetal position. And very slowly now come back up to sitting if you want to. You can stay down if you want to. If you're warm enough, comfortable enough, you've got enough time, you can stay down or you can come up to sitting. And when you come back up to sitting, feel your sit bones. Gently wiggle from side to side on your sit bones, front to back. Feel the muscles moving the pelvis, moving the spine. And get a sense of creating space in the back of the neck as you lift the back of the head up towards the sky, finding that elongation of the spine, rooting down through the sit bones, up through the cranium. Allowing the space between to be comfortable, relaxed, soft, present, spacious. And just notice the breath. Notice how it is. Notice how it feels. Well, thank you. Thank you. Go very well. Go very, very well.